Welcome to Dan's on the Street. I'm Dan. I'm exploring the whole world city by city as seen through Google Maps and Google Street View. And today I'm back in Sri Lanka, south of India here. Interesting place, interesting island. We're visiting the city of Kandy, an inland city, pretty good size. About 125,000 people live here. Technically the second largest city in Sri Lanka. And it seems like an interesting place. I don't know a whole lot about it. Read up a little bit on it. And well, let's dive right in and see what we find. Let us get on the street. Okay. On the street here. Pretty bright day out. Looks like a morning. Traffic moving along here. Some old buses. Interesting. Oh yeah, nice old vintage. Looks like they're kind of driving these vintage buses here. That's a common sight already. Plenty of motorcycles, scooters. Very lush region here. The city, I noted immediately, is it's on the UNESCO World Heritage Sites list, added in 1988. So there's a lot of history here. It's an interesting wall there. Very densely populated here in the center of town. Lively scene. People out and about. Goodness, a lot of traffic. I don't know which way to go here. Let's keep going down this road. I'm loving these old buses here. Isn't this interesting? Somehow they got a large, I don't know, collection from another place or somehow they ended up with these buses that look like they're from the 70s or 80s maybe. Interesting. Pretty cool adornment on them. Nice paint jobs. This is a great old clock tower here. Huh. Kandy. Or it's possible you'd say it Kandy. But something I kind of want to just say Kandy, but I'll probably bounce between the two of them. Kandy. Got a little statue over here. Looks like a soldier of some sort. Perhaps a leader. Older building up here. The Muslim Hotel and Restaurant. Okay. Tons of people out and about. I was reading that Kandy was at one point, back in the 17th century, most of the entire island of Sri Lanka was under the kingdom of Kandy. There's actually a great Wikipedia page, something just amusing about, at least in English, reading the name Kingdom of Kandy. I had to smile to myself. It really probably is Kandy, which takes some of the amusement away, I'm afraid. Clothing store here. Plenty of backpacks if that's what you're looking for. Looks very bright, very sunny, very warm. I'm liking this main high street here, though. People's Bank. Very walkable. Protected sidewalks here. I noticed that. Got these little kind of white picket fence along here. Fashion Bug. Boy, I'm pretty sure we have that same brand here in the United States. KFC. They're everywhere. If I've learned one thing from making these videos, KFC is absolutely dominant. Let's take a left turn here. Got Chinese restaurants, of course. Just taking these sights. Little motor taxis, motorized rickshaw, little three-wheel things. all kind of based around a motorcycle frame there, you can see. Little back wheels, semi-enclosed. Gets you from point to point though, that's for sure. Jewelry, more backpacks. New Eagle Lanka. Just reading these signs. Plenty of English. If you wanted to visit here, you'd have no issue finding your way around, I think. I mean, some of it is hard to read for the English speaker, but plenty of it certainly is in English. This appears to be a temple. Quite the graphic here. I think that's Buddhist. This is definitely a Buddhist destination. One of the things that caught my eye when I was looking at the city was this place called the Temple of the Tooth. And that was another, there's another Wikipedia page you can look up that I was like, Temple of the Tooth. Never heard of that, but I'm intrigued. I like interesting temples, interesting small museums, just anything kind of one of a kind. And Temple of the Tooth, can't be too many of those, you gotta think. We'll check it out though, I promise. I'm excited to check it out myself. I read a little about it, but have not looked it up closely at all. Mixture of Asian vehicles and European vehicles. Maybe one or two American vehicles as well. Possibly. Look at all the signage kind of in front of these buildings. You have to use your imagination to picture what this might have once looked like before these massive graphics became acceptable forms of advertising. Like, you have to think when streets like this were first going up, they were not picturing these kinds of signs hanging in front of them. Look at that, 1936. Little statues up there. That's interesting. The city was first established back in the 14th century, it's believed, by Vikramabahu III. Not a figure I was familiar with. Some of these places looking pretty weather-worn. Some of them quite new, quite fresh. There's something about visiting streets like this and cities like this that remind me of I don't know, just cities before the mega store showed up. Much of the United States, before things like supermarkets and Walmart and so forth, had that appearance of just a series of shops that sold their individual wares. And you'd have to visit, 6-8 shops, at least 2 or 3 to get your shopping done. And very often now you do that in one place. Now this is a beautiful view over here at this lake. Not sure if this is Lake Kandy. Somewhere there's a Lake Kandy. Looks like you can rent some boats out here, go for a little ride. I promise you that'd be worth it. It's just absolutely beautiful here. We're not extremely high altitude. I think we're about 1,600 feet. Still, up in the hills though, without a doubt. I'm loving all these little vehicles. You see these in many cities in the world. Boy, that's a vehicle I'm not familiar with. Queens. Kind of great building on the left here, isn't this? These balconies. Very grand. Pizza Hut. Oh, there's a little statue there. Possibly of the Buddha. Yeah, I guess it just always makes me wonder when I see streets like this, and I find them just kind of very attractive in their own way. I wonder what mega stores are going to do to the small business owner in these parts of the world, because you gotta think Walmart and Amazon look at street views like this and just lick their chops, you know? I don't know. It's not a good. I'm not advocating it. It's just like I fear for Charlton Motors. Well, they might survive. Everyone needs car work done. Looks like there's a lot of car stuff along this stretch here. But some of these places, Heliodor, Style with Passion, I hope they make it long term. I do. But I do wonder how they'll do when these megastores show up in increasingly just like in smaller cities around the world, how they will dominate. Sad thoughts, but I'm sure people adjust. So many signs. It is pretty remarkable. Let's pop up here. All right, I'm completely lost here. Let's just get a sense of this. So this river kind of goes around the outskirts here. Probably good defense, right? It's actually kind of an interesting... Yeah, it sits up on a hill. Can you gather that geography there a little bit? Distant mountains overlooking things. I wonder if we can kind of look over or near this riverway here. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Alright. Well, we're sure near the river, but I can't see anything. It's so densely, just dense vegetation here. Homes back through here. Oh, there's a little bit of river. These places have nice views out their rear porches, I'm sure. Toyota pickup truck. Now let's pull up again. Interesting. Some great parks kind of through center of things. Utawata Kele Sanctuary, a forest for hiking and wildlife viewing. All right, let's check that out. Looks like we can't go in the whole path, but let's drop by this little site here. Well, I'm not sure what this is. Boy, this street, or this path is ridiculously beautiful. Good gracious. I'm loving these vines and stuff, and all the trees have some sort of climbing plant growing up them. Spectacular. Let's see if we can see anything else up in here. Certainly would come here for a walk. New candy essence supplier? I don't think that's correctly placed. Some of these things in here. Ooh, a cave. Chitta Wasudi Cave. Oh boy. What's going on with my, why can't I see anything here? Bear with me. My street view's not working. Oh, there we go. Boy, it's so dense. You really can't see into that forest preserve. So this whole area of Kandy was largely independent kingdom for hundreds of years. And the Dutch tried to take over the area, and Kandy held their own. And finally, after numerous skirmishes and wars and rebellions, they finally succumbed to the British colonial rule in 1818. Interesting. And I was reading, according to history, after that they were pretty much at least half wiped out by cholera and smallpox. So, par for the course, I'm afraid. But clearly they made it through. This is just a beautiful street up in here, isn't this? I'd love to ride a scooter down this road. Although I'm slightly terrified since this is I think a two-way. This would be a lot of fun if it was a one-way, but I'd be a little scared going down here if somebody's gonna come around the corner. I could be wrong. It's so nice though. Some great homes in here too. I mean, we're scooting by them pretty quick here, but let's just note this place here. That's a nice looking place. Kandy. I feel like if they wanted us to say it Kandy, they shouldn't have spelled it how they spelled it in English, you know? I don't know. I wasn't in charge of that decision. But it seems like there should be an H in there or something, right? Like, maybe it really is Kandy. All right, let's see. College of Technology, Kandy. Let's go by there. Might be going to school here. Let's just get a sense of things here. Oh, it's back behind the trees. Looks like some dormitory buildings or classrooms, perhaps. Love these tall, skinny trees. Those are great. Temple of some sort here. Maybe some graves in there as well. Small temple. Really well mapped here, right? Can we just appreciate that for a second? They really got up in all these little small, narrow roads, allowing us to see this kind of thing. I wonder how many Americans have gone down that street right there in Kandy, Sri Lanka. I gotta think I just gotta think there haven't been too many, but who knows? Right? Like, how many people have been right here? Sure, if you live here, plenty. And probably not too many Americans have checked out this street. Enjoyed the beauty of this home. That's what's wonderful about this site. And why I think I'll just keep making these videos. I don't know. Just to force me to see something new. Hope everyone's doing well here. Recording this still in the midst of the wonderful pandemic. This cow's none the wiser. And yeah, still going through it. This guy's got a full load there. Let's pull up here. We gotta check out this Temple of the Tooth. Where is it? And what's it all about? I think it's near... Here it is. Candy Lake. Temple of the Tooth, 1595. Ancient place. Here's the Temple Square. You can see they engineered these waterways here. Let's see what we can find. It's not fully mapped. Secret City of Candy. I'm excited to see what we find. Very good. Again, one of the most sacred places of worship within Buddhism. And, forgive me, I forget the name of these pieces of their architecture. Tip of my tongue. But the name, you might almost, guess what you think the name means. I'll give you 5 seconds. Temple of the Tooth, what could that mean? They hold a tooth of Gautama Buddha. The Buddha. They have one of his teeth here, allegedly. I don't know quite how their system works, or if it's like the Catholic system who, 1,000 churches claim to have a tooth of St. Paul or something. But I'm going to take their word on it this time. Look at the woodworking here, man. Good gracious. That's impressive. This whole complex is just pristine, very well kept. I mean, I assume it's an active monastery. I don't know that it's just a museum or anything at this point. Clearly elements of it are. Look at this. Japanese exhibition. Okay. Is it silly to ask, can we see a picture of the tooth? I'm not skeptical. I just want to see a tooth. Okay, I'm a little skeptical, but it'd be cool to see the tooth. It's possible, but maybe not here. I think this is the temple itself. The proverbial Holy of Holies here. Let's just assume the tooth is in there. Now, Buddha lived, back in the 3rd century? Something like that. 4th century? Oh, shoot, I gotta look that up. I forget. Please refrain from taking photos. Dope. Well, thank you, somebody. Kenny So. Thanks, man. But I don't think you're supposed... Oh, everyone's taking pictures. All right, never mind. Maybe don't take pictures inside. Okay, all right. Interesting. Well, quite the place. I'll just say that. Certainly a place I would visit. Clearly a tourist destination. Excuse me. Some statues. Again, plenty of... I want to say tourists, but I guess maybe worshippers. Feels like tourists to me, though. What do I know? Interesting structure back there. Boy, I've quite enjoyed this. Statue of a child, it looks like. Yeah, definitely touristy. Should we drive by the train station here, maybe? Oh, how about that? They blur his face. I always like that. Not her face. Yeah, it's a well-connected city here. I read that it's very well connected by train and highway to all the coastlines. Plenty of Priuses here. Busy streets. This guy's selling, I don't know, balloons? Water bottles? Can't tell. No horns. That's an interesting symbol for horns. For a second I thought it was like no trumpets. And that wouldn't make much sense at all. It's got to be no horns. Some cool looking kind of off-road vehicle there. / delivery vehicle. Euro. Very lush. I don't know. Very interesting place. Just something. It's super bustling. Man, I tell you what. Like, I've visited on this channel a good number of little American cities, Canadian cities that are, I'd say, around this population size. They just look inactive. I don't want to say dead, but like there's elements of them that look like the infrastructure maybe looks a little more advanced, maybe, but like it looks like nothing's happening. This place is just teeming with life and businesses and, you know, kids and mom. Good gracious. I don't know. I like it. This looks like a photographer here. Get your statues there. Why not both? Just something fun about it. I would definitely enjoy. I'd love to enjoy a trip here. Maybe with a guide. Here's the firehouse. For sale. There, you could buy one. Is that a fire? It looks like this is like the wannabe. He wishes he was a fire truck. But instead they're selling him. That's a sad little picture. Maybe I've been reading too many kids' books lately. All right. I want to see just one more thing. I would love to go up. Get these mountains up here. I don't know when the next time is I'll be back. I wonder if we can like get any view of the city. Probably not, right? This is a ways out from the town. Country living up in here. Bunch of guys on the back of this truck there. Maybe they're heading into Kandy to work. I don't know. Quiet life up on this street, I gotta think. Although even here, plenty of vehicular traffic. Tight roads. Oh boy. I don't know which way we're heading, but feels tight. Huh. Well, I was hoping we might get a glance at the town from high up, but I think we're just too far away, and this is just too dense. Penguin Sportswear. Love that sign. Cool place. You know what? I like it. I'm gonna add to my map here. Unless I could real quick get a picture or a view of the river from over here. Oh, very muddy. Okay. Oh, not as muddy today. Just wanted to see this bend. Busy, busy, busy. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna call that a day. I'm sure I didn't see a fraction of a percentage of Kandy, but you know, that's all I got time for today. If you enjoyed this, check out my other tours. Been all around the world. I don't know, over 160 places at least at this point. And if you really want to support me, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I have a Patreon page, link below. It's $1. Got a bunch of bonus tours up there. Think about supporting me. And you can see these little blue dots represent places I've been all around the world as we populate there. And now I get to add Kandy to the map. That was great. Really enjoyed that. All right. Till next time.